Hi everybody, Mrs. Mancuso with some chemistry review. So we're going to do percent composition, and we're also going to talk about hydrates today. So percent composition, we are always looking at part over whole times 100. So if I wanted to say like, hey, what part of water is oxygen? So you go like this. Here's my formula, H2O. I have two hydrogens and each one has a mass of 1.0. I have one oxygen and it has a mass of 16.0. So together, water has a mass of 18.0. 16.0 out of 18.0 times 100 is going to give me the part that is oxygen. So 16 divided by 18 is equal to 80. I want to go to 3 sig figs, so I'm going to say 88.9% would be my percent of oxygen in water. So that's how you do percent composition, what part out of the whole. Now a hydrate is a really cool molecule. So like MgSO4.5H2O. And this is a compound that has a polyatomic ion and a metal. So this is both ionic and covalent bonding together. And it's a crystal that's with water. So a hydrate, this little dot makes you think with. So it's with 5 waters. So each MgSO4 has 5 waters in it. So if I wanted to say, okay, what part of this hydrate is water? I would first remember that water I just did was 18.0. So 18.0 times 5, I think it's 90. All right, so 90 is going to be my top number. That's the part that's water. And now I have to add up Mg, S, and 4 O's. So 4 times 16.0, sorry, I'm going off the screen. Go over here to sulfur, 32.1. And magnesium, 24.3. So then I add all these up. All right, so 24.3 plus 32.1 plus 64 gives me 120.4. And then I have to add in the 90 because remember it's got 5 waters with it. And I get 210.4 grams. All right, and then times 100. So I go here and I say 90 divided by 210.4 is equal to this times 100. That would give me 42.8% water in this hydrate. Now we did a lab. And the hydrate lab that we did, we took CuSO4 and we were figuring out how much water was in it. So dot blank water. All right, so we had a little evaporating dish and you put the blue crystals in here and then you heated it up. So here's my flame and I heated it up. Now before I heated it, I had to find the mass. So let's say I started off with 5 grams of copper sulfate and I heated it until I drove off the waters of hydration. That's a fancy way for saying you evaporated all the water out of it. And then you remassed it. So this was my hydrate. And then my anhydrous salt, let's say it was 3.0. Just do some easy math here. So that means what I let go of is 2 grams, and that's equal to the water. So lots of times on Regents Chemistry, they'll give you part 2 questions and they'll explain a lab. And they might include the crucible in there and all of that sort of stuff. And you got to figure out, all right, what did I start with? What did I end with? The amount that I let go is equal to my water. So if I want to figure out the water in my hydrate, that's 2.0 over 5.0 times 100. So I go ahead and do the math. And I get 40%. So there would be 40% water in this. All right, thanks for joining me.